What up? Saddiq Bey is officially a Washington Wizard. And I, for one, am pretty happy about it. I've always liked Saddiq Bey since he came into the league out of Villanova. He's always been a pretty decent player, and I feel like he's been pretty overlooked for the most part. He had a 51-point game. I believe it was against the Magic when he was on the Pistons, where he had like 10 threes. I think he went 10 for 14 from three. And after that, people just didn't really talk about him, probably because he was on a losing team. But we also got him on a steal. The Wizards signed him for 3 years, $20 million total. And I think part of that low number is because he's coming off of a pretty significant injury. He's recovering from a torn ACL. But this is a really good signing, in my opinion. We just traded Denny away, which was one of our young wings. I believe Saddiq came into the league the same year as Denny did, but he came in, or he got drafted a little bit later. I think he got drafted 19. And played with the Pistons for a couple years, then played with the Hawks, and now he's going to be part of the Washington squad, and I'm very excited about it. He's a better shooter than Denny. Defensively, I don't really know how good he's going to match up, especially coming off an ACL injury. Saddiq Bey is pretty athletic, but coming off an injury like that, it's going to be interesting to see how he moves and how he, makes an impact with his athleticism now, coming back from an injury like this. But I think it's going to be interesting. We got a lot of wings, though, so I think this is making it seem a little more likely that, maybe Kuzma is going to get traded. Maybe try to move, Bilal Coulibaly into more of a starting role, whether that be at the 2 or the 3, or maybe even at the 4. I mean, Bilal's got to bulk up a little bit more if he's going to play the 4 at all, but I think Bilal's potential is through the roof. He's just got to continue to develop and work on his game and get bigger, get stronger, and I think things will come along. But I think adding Saddiq to this young core is really, really a good move by Will Dawkins and, the rest of the Wizards front office. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this pans out. There's a couple, top free agents still left on the board, so we're going to see, where those guys fall. Isaac Okoro's still out there. Tyus Jones, still a free agent. I've been hearing some stuff about Wizards potentially doing a sign-and-trade, which would be good. I'd rather do a sign-and-trade and, get Tyus out of here as opposed to, just losing him for nothing. I think Tyus Jones is really good. I think Tyus Jones is one of the best ball handlers in the league. He takes care of the ball extremely well, always in, the top 5, top 10 in assist-to-turnover ratio. He's a very solid and safe player to be running the point. So Saddiq is going to be a good addition. He's going to be a really good addition, and I think he's going to have a lot to teach, these new young guys. I honestly think Sar could learn a lot from Saddiq, just the way he, goes about shooting and, moving on the floor, both offensively and defensively. Obviously, a little bit more offensively. I think Sar is going to, need to develop his defensive ability. Learning from other, guys on the roster, probably Valanciunas is probably going to be the guy that's going to be teaching Sar more of this stuff about, how do you go about a situation like this and whatever, and I think, we still have Marcin Gortat working in player development. I think he's going to be good for Alex Sar, but things are coming together for the Wizards. I think they're doing a pretty good job. This is pretty different than what I've been used to as a fan, where in free agency I see a lot of decisions that they make and I'm kind of like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? But now every time they're signing somebody, I'm I understand what they're going for, and I do think it's going to be helpful. I honestly understand and appreciate the Saddiq Bey signing more than the Valanciunas signing. I think both of them are great ads, but Saddiq was honestly a little bit more unexpected. But when I saw it, I was like, wow, this is really going to be something good for us. So Saddiq Bey, Washington Wizards, coming back to the DMV where he went to high school. It's going to be a great year.